Sorry. You're good. Yeah, you're good. Thank you.
Okay, I'll just leave it in. It'll be real weird. Uh, so my mom called me the other day and she was like, "Hey, you got any plans tonight?" And I was like, "On a Friday? I mean, I'm just gonna watch Battlestar Galactica and drink alone. I mean, not really." And she was like, "You do now?" And I was like, "Sweet, mom date?" And she was like, "You betcha." You know, like Sarah Palin, but more likable. And then I was like, "Applebee's?" And she goes, "Oh, no, I'm sorry, not this time. I need you to drive me to the hospital so I can have vagina surgery." And I was like, "So Applebee's." Because that's what eating at Applebee's tastes like. Eating at Applebee's tastes exactly like driving your mom to the hospital so she can have vagina surgery. Um, I consider myself a bit of a romantic. I don't know if you can tell. There's like an air of poetry about what I do. And, so, whenever I'm talking to a girl, which is pre-shrooms, or like whenever I'm dating a girl, which is post-shrooms. Like before I date a girl, I just like to take some magic mushrooms, just ride those vibes out for a few hours, see how I feel about it. But like whenever I'm in like a fresh couple, I find myself getting nostalgic for aspects of the relationship that haven't happened yet, which is always the same too. The first one is where she's like, "Tell me about your life," and so I just like ramble through like the defining moments, and then she cries. It's always uncomfortable to make someone cry, but it's even more uncomfortable when you don't do it in a classic way. Like I didn't like trick her into loving me and then leave. So it's real weird, but you get closer because of that. It's nice. And the other one is when you hit that sweet spot in the relationship. You guys know that sweet spot, that sweet spot where your girlfriend tells you that she doesn't think you're capable of happiness. But no, that's a good spot to be at, because when you're there, you know that where you're at in the relationship. You know, you're roughly 4 months away from getting dumped by text message. So I got dumped by text message, you guys. And she texted me to do it, which is weird because you can't just be like, "I think we should see other people," frowny face, like that's inappropriate. But so she was texting me to do it, and I was like, "Can you at least call me like I'm a person?" She said no. But it's weird because she texted me like you can text Facebook. That's a thing that exists. It's like that was the level of meaning in our relationship. I meant the same to her as a social media site, which either means that I was an active part of her life and she hated it, or she was addicted to me. They both in the same amount of resentment. It doesn't work out. But do you guys know what my natural instinct was besides for crying? I locked all the messages in my phone because I was like, this is probably how I should start and end every day for the next 3 weeks. And it's like freebasing dejection. Like, do you guys have that where you wake up in the morning and you're just like, fuck! Who am I? Oh yeah, I'm that pathetic, Luke. Like, it's like 50 First Dates, but sadder. I'm just like, oh, well now that I'm caught up, well, what time is it? Thursday, better don that mask. I gotta go to work. Let my coworkers judge my facial expressions and body language and actively decide not to talk to me. So, I think about suicide a lot. Like, probably too much, right? Like, if over here's like the normal amount, I'm stuck over here in the Hale region. My last name's Hale, that's what that was. And like, I know some of you guys like, Ben, I don't think any amount of thinking about suicide is healthy, to which I just want to say I disagree. I find it very comforting. Here's an example. You know, sometimes you'll be at work and the corporate cesspool of retail is slowly yet effortlessly sucking the life force out of your soul, and you find yourself saying, if I have to say, would you like to apply for a Target debit or credit card so you can save 5% today and every day, one more time, I'm going to jab a knife into my ear and start making tally marks for each day I've truly been dead inside, fully knowing that would kill you. Then you take a deep breath because, hey, you got off work now, you probably get some Taco Bell and jerk off, you're going to be fine. And that's when you realize, you know, I don't have a bad case of the Mondays. I just have shitty perspective. And suicide gives you that. And, okay, here's a tangent, but, so, like, I've only been doing stand-up for, like, 3 years, and so amongst my friends that hasn't lost the novelty yet, they're like, my friend does stand-up, it's real cool. And, so, like, if I have, like, a new joke, I can come to them and be like, hey, is this funny? And they're like, our friendship means something. Really, I just have no self-confidence. But I was telling my one friend, I was like, hey man, I wrote this great like 3-minute bit on my pubes, and he was like, wait, you write jokes not about killing yourself? And I'm like, well, maybe that's where they all come from. But it just depends on how they like materialize. Like sometimes it'll be about I gotta shave my pubes, and other times it's like, what news not best fits my personality. But so I have my friends tell me like, hey man, don't kill yourself. I don't know if I could handle that. Which is fine, we're friends, they have the right to say that to me. But the weird thing is they always say, and I'm not being sad at the time, like I'm never like making Xanax curry and like wiping my tears with a People magazine, so I don't know why they're saying it to me. But they say that like, first of all, like I don't have the balls to kill myself. Like I don't even have the balls to like ask a girl out and it not being like double negatives or a weird way. Because if I do it in a weird way, at least I can make her laugh, and we can share this final moment as the, together laughing as the candle of our friendship flickers and dies, But my friend said that to me. He was like, hey man, don't kill yourself. I don't know if I could handle it. And I was like, man, I don't think, like, why would I just dive into the deep end of suicide, Why would I cannonball into complete absolution of self when I'm having a real good time with my suicide floaties on over in the shallow end, like not even in it, just sitting on the edge of the pool with my feet in, splashing up water on people and giggling. And thank you.